Good morning, everyone. A little bit earlier start. My son was playing outside yesterday with his sisters, and he crashed at the dinner table. It was adorable. And usually he'll sleep till 6 or so when he does that. He woke up a little bit early at 5:30 and just has me a little bit off, but I'm out able to do stuff a little bit earlier. It's a little bit colder, a little bit earlier, but that's okay. It's supposed to be really nice today in the 60s. Hoping to get some rocks out of our greenhouse area. So, gonna be a busy, active day, which I'm really looking forward to. Just like grounding in, having the kids help, seeing what things that they find outside, and having a really great day. My oldest is also getting ready for prom, and so we did makeup and hair yesterday, and probably practice a little bit more makeup today because it's really weird doing makeup on somebody else. So, anywho, I feel like I've made a lot of these videos, but I feel like people still need this reminder because it's so easy to get sucked into the fear and the narratives that are going on, and they're gonna keep happening. I don't think a lot of people think awakening like it's gonna be this mass flash and everybody's gonna wake up and everything, and it's gonna be a slower process than that. People need to come to awakening or enlightenment on their own, and if it's even in their path. And eventually all of humanity will move forward, but is that 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 50? I don't know. I know right now is key to that turning, and that's why so many of us are working so hard, and we're slowly making those changes by holding that love in our heart and really trying to change ourselves, and by changing ourselves we change the world. But the world is gonna go out. Everything that's corrupt or evil or whatever word you would put on it, it has to be exposed to light. Lori Ladd had a example she gave one time about breaking a glass in the kitchen, and it's just one of those things where it goes everywhere. I'll tell you what goes in everywhere. If you have a hot pot lid and you touch it on the fridge, well, bam. So let's imagine that's happened, and all the pieces of glass are all the corruption and the evil and everything that needs to be exposed to humanity for humanity to shift. And we have to pick up every piece of glass. It all has to be exposed. And some people are going to see a piece of glass and they're going to be like, oh my gosh, there's glass everywhere. Like, how are you not seeing this? And other people are just going to be like, I don't see anything. And that's okay. But every time there's a new piece of glass that we find, are you getting sucked in and freaking out about all the glass that's around you? The best thing we can do as light workers, or as enlightened people or awakened people, is to hold and maintain this love frequency and continue to share it with the world. And I would really implore anyone who considers themselves such don't get sucked into all of the fear constantly. Are you sharing the fear constantly? This is all noise in the world, and it's gonna get louder and louder and louder. And hey, if the financial system finally collapses, it's gonna get loud, folks. If anything, like whatever, you name a theory, and what if it happens? Okay, it's gonna get loud, it's gonna get crazy, and you can either choose to pull yourself out of your sovereignty that you hold and give yourself to fear and the craziness and the noise of the world, or you can choose to sit here and go, okay, and just keep going and just keep loving you, loving your neighbor, loving your family, loving anybody you come in contact with. It is so hard because it's so easy as humans to get sucked into fear. It's just part of our programming. It's part of that herd mentality, and you can run a herd of sheep or cows off a cliff because of that mentality. You've got to be brave enough to say, I'm not going to go in the other direction. And again, if you can't do that, there's zero judgment. But I see people really freaking out, really in a lot of fear. I see some people that are aware and they're trying to show everybody else the glass on the kitchen floor. I see people in fear that see the glass on the floor, but they're stepping all over in the glass and they're getting blood everywhere, and they're causing panic and fear in anyone that they can. And I guess you have to decide what kind of individual you want to be. And hey, I've been all of them. I have been in a huge fear state before. I have been in an awareness state, and I'm kind of where I'm at now, and I'm just like, I see it, and I'm just, okay. I mean, there's gonna be more. There's gonna be a lot more. That doesn't mean I don't care or that I'm indifferent exactly. It just means there's just so much more. There's glass everywhere, folks. And I'm just gonna slowly share love with the other people in the kitchen and say, hey, watch where you're stepping. I love you, don't step on that. Oh, yeah, that is kind of scary. Oh, do you need to know more about that? Okay. I think the best thing we can do is just loving people through all of this. That's not sensationalism. It'd be much easier to come on here and make videos and be like, oh my gosh, the world's gonna end and the dollar's gonna collapse, and you better be stocking up and preparing for doomsday. Shoot, we've been doing that for 3 years, folks. Longer. People have been preparing and sprouting the end of the world. People have been prophesizing the end of time since before Yeshua was around. And we're still here. We're still kicking. because that's just not how it's supposed to go. The more you hold your sovereignty, the more you love you, the more you ask yourself the big questions, you figure out the programming, all of those things, and you grow as a person, as a human, as a soul, it is going to make an impact on those around you. And other people are going to start to do the same because of you. If you go into a fear state or a frenzy every time something new comes out, if you're spreading panic and fear, you are pulling yourself out of sovereignty and out of alignment. So the challenge is, if you see yourself as awakened or a light worker or whatever, if you see yourself as such, can you not be pulled into fear? Can you maintain your sovereignty? Can you maintain your love? Can you maintain your growth? And again, I'm not judging if you can't. And you shouldn't judge you if you can't. You might dig into why. But at the end of the day, the more of us that can keep holding love and aren't freaking out about every noisy thing that the world is offering right now, the better off humanity will be and the better off we are. It's going to get so much louder, noisier. And you just have to try so hard to stay in alignment. And it's hard to. They work really hard to try to pull you in and suck you out of alignment and into fear. But the more of us that maintain, the quicker we shift. So, like what I say, don't like what I say. Go find another YouTuber if you want to be in fear and panic. There are so many people selling fear and panic, and I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to pull myself out of alignment. I love making these videos every morning, even if one person watches them. And even if no people watch them, fuck that. No people watch them, I still love making them. Because this is my truth. This is me in alignment, speaking my truth. And that's a beautiful thing. I implore anyone, again, I'm going to say it one more time. If you consider yourself a light worker, awakened, enlightened, whatever, can you stay out of the noise of the world? Don't let the world suck you into fear, suck you out of alignment, suck you out of center. Can you maintain your frequency? Can you maintain a message of love, compassion, kindness? Because there's so many people that are freaking out, and that's what they need. They need love, compassion, and kindness. They don't need to see you freaking out. They need to see your love, your compassion, your kindness. So the challenge is, can you do that? I think we can. We just need reminders because we're human. And it's so easy to get sucked into fear. Well, it's getting a little bit cold. So, and I still got to finish the feed buckets and everything. I'm going to go in and have some coffee. I wish you a wonderful day full of love, compassion, and kindness. Have a good one.